Welcome to session 3. We were discussing with the fourth module, and in the previous sessions we were discussing about the different types of digital voltmeters, and we discussed about a ramp technique kind of DVM, and the second one was the dual slope integrating type of DVM. And in this third session we are going to discuss about the next technique called successive approximation type of DVM, and one more topic called digital multimeter. And this slide gives the information about the block diagram of a successive approximation. And behind the successive approximation, we're going to keep on approximating the value, which is the input voltage which is to be measured until we succeed. So this consists of important blocks. The first block is the input attenuator, where the input is loaded through this input attenuator. It attenuates or decreases the amplitude level of the input signal. Then the input is passing through the sample and hold circuit, where the sample and hold circuit is responsible to collect the sample which is analog in nature. It takes the sample of a continuously varying analog input signal, and the hold circuit is responsible to hold that constant value over a certain duration of time. So with the help of sample and hold circuit, we can collect the samples of a continuously varying analog signal, and this acts as the input voltage to the next stage, that is towards the comparator. And to the comparator, the one more input is the output from the DAC, where we are going to compare or we are going to measure this input voltage, or we are going to compare this input voltage with the help of this DAC circuit, where DAC is a digital to analog converter, and this works with respect to a reference supply of plus 5 volts. For every count, it will perform the half of the reference value. And one more point is the number of bits depending upon the number of clock pulses. If we apply 4 clock pulses, then it is a 4-bit DAC. If we are dealing with a 8 clock pulses, then it is a 8-bit DAC. Here we have implemented a 8-bit DAC which is capable of operating the D0 to D7, totally the 8 bits. And one more important block is a control register. It is also referred as a successive approximation register. This is the heart of this block diagram, because every controlling is through this control register, and it is capable of setting or resetting of bits, and it will going to pass this information towards the DAC, and DAC will going to produce the analog equivalent value of this particular bit. Now we are comparing this input voltage with respect to this output voltage provided by the DAC. And here we need to remember two conditions. One is, while comparing, one is the Vin is greater than Vout, then output of the comparator will be positive. If it is positive, the control register will going to set the MSB bit, and it doesn't bother about the remaining bits. If the Vout is greater than Vin, if the output of the DAC is greater than the input voltage Vin, then the output of the comparator is equal to negative. If it is negative, the control register will going to reset the MSB bit and set the next bit. So we need to remember two conditions. If Vin is greater than Vout, positive. If Vout is greater than Vin, the output of the comparator will be negative. If positive, just set the MSB bit. If it is negative, set the next bit and reset the MSB bit. So this output will be available with the digital output. And here the one more block is the ring counter. This ring counter is responsible to shift the one bit from MSB to LSB value, that is D7 to D1. Once it reaches the D0 value, then the operation is successful. It is going to complete the operation. And the one more important block is start and stop multi-vibrator. It is capable of providing the pulses in order to start or stop the operation. Coming to the working principle, here we are loading the input voltage which is to be measured with an assumption of some voltage, and the same voltage will be keep on comparing with the output of the DAC which is by after performing the comparison, the output of the comparator will be obtained, and depending of the output of the comparator, you are going to perform either the setting or resetting of the bits that can be achieved by the control register called SAR. The SAR will going to set or reset the bits that will be loaded onto the DAC, and for every clock this will perform the half of the reference value, that is output is equal to V reference divided by 2 and the corresponding bit value. Finally this DAC will going to produce the analog equivalent value of that particular bit, and the same will be loaded onto the output of the digital output. In this DAC we have considered 8 bits, that is D7 to D0. Initially, if we provide the start pulse, if we start the operation, if we provide the start pulse through a multi-vibrator, it will going to enable the process. Initially, the output of the DAC will be loaded with 0. It will compare, the V-in will compare with the output of DAC, that is V-out. V-out is equal to 0 at the initial value. As a result of this, the output will be the positive. The comparator output will be positive. If it is positive, the control register will going to set the MSB bit. Now D7 is equal to 1 and the remaining bits from D6 to D0 are 0, 0, 0. And now the DAC with the help of reference value for the at the clock pulse 1, it performs the half of the reference value, and now DAC will going to produce the analog equal value of a bit D7. Now we'll compare with that analog value with the input voltage. Until the completion of the clock pulse, until the completion of the setting of D0 bit, that is LSB bit, will performing the same operation. Once if the D0 bit is, that is LSB bit is set to 1, then it will going to complete the iteration. For every iteration, this DAC will going to produce the analog voltage. The same analog voltage will be compared with the input voltage. When we apply the start pulse through this multi-vibrator, the SAR is cleared, so the output of the final SAR will be equal to 0. Now D7 bit is set to 1 depending upon the condition. If Vout is greater than Vin, now comparator output will be positive. At the first clock pulse, the control circuit sets the D7 bit to 1 and the output will be half of the reference value. Now SAR is loaded with 1 followed by 7 zeros, that is 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. If Vout is greater than Vin, the output of the comparator will be negative. Now SAR will going to clear the MSB bit. So this ring counter will be advanced by 1 count and shifting that 1 from LSB to MSB to LSB for every iteration. And this process continues until all the bits in SAR, that is from D7 to D0, from MSB bit to LSB bit. And in the next slide, it gives the information about the sample and hold circuit. Here we are passing this input voltage through a switch, and it is there is a switch drive. If the switch is under closed condition, this will be locked on to collect the sample. Then with the help of the capacitor, the same will be available up to some interval of time. So in this graph, it gives the output of the sample and hold, where this green color indicates the input voltage, which is analog in nature, continuously varying signal, and this red color indicates the output of the sample and hold circuit. It is collected with the help of the switch drive, and see, it gives the output is in terms of steps. So these two slides gives the explanation about the successive approximation. And in this we need to remember two definitions called resolution and sensitivity. Resolution is defined with R is equal to 1 divided by 10 raised to n, where n indicates the number of full digits. And one more definition is sensitivity. It is nothing but the smallest change in input which a digital meter is able to detect. The smallest change where the meter able to detect is defined as a sensitivity, and it is defined with Fs into the R, where R indicates the resolution and Fs is the lowest full scale of the meter. And the next topic is a digital multimeter. Name itself specify it's a meter. It's an instrument which is capable of measuring many discrete values. Many discrete quantities can be measured by using a single multimeter and that to a digital multimeter. The output will be in terms of a digital. Now here we are loading the input and it is having the shunt current is connected and we are having a switches. It is capable of operating between these three quantities. One is dealing with the AC, second one is with the DC, and one more is to measure the unknown resistance. We are having this home converter branch. If the switch is connected to the first branch, here we are operating the AC. This AC can be converted into a DC, then finally it will be digitalized with the help of an analog to digital converter. In the second branch, we are able to measure a DC voltage and we are passing through a DC attenuator. And if the switch is connected to the last one, that is Ohm's converter, which is capable of measuring the unknown resistance, and finally all the three can be available with the digital output, and same digital display is available with the device and with a precision reference, and two displays, either we can go for a BCD output or we can interface with any of the further devices. So this digital multimeter is an instrument which is capable of measuring AC voltage, DC voltage, AC and DC current and resistance over several ranges. And here the current is converted to voltage by passing it through a low shunt resistance. And similarly, the AC quantity can be converted into DC by employing some kind of various rectifiers and filtering circuits. And similarly, the one more is a resistance measurement can be achieved with a low precision low current source which is applied across the unknown resistance which gives the DC voltage, and then all the quantities are digitized using analog to digital converter and displayed in a digital form. This session gives the information about the successive approximation type of DVM and one more topic called digital multimeter with the help of a block diagram. In the next session, we will discuss about the further topics. Thank you.